Hey, what's up, guys? Harry here with the Rideshare guy, and today I'm going to be taking a look at the S8 Plus and unboxing the phone and seeing what else is in the box. So, as you can see here, we've got the S8 Plus in its case, and it comes in a pretty nice and pretty heavy duty, to be honest, black matte finish case. On the side you can see here that it's the AT&T version, and I actually bought this phone in Arctic Silver too, so it says that on the side. And like I said, we've got a pretty nice case. I mean, probably the case on this phone is probably more expensive than even maybe certain cheaper smartphones. But hey, when you're paying top dollar, you get a good phone. You can see all of the specs here on the back for the Galaxy S8 Plus, which we'll probably go over in a future review. Today, though, I want to kind of get started and start unboxing the phone. So you can see right here that it's a pretty simple design of the actual inner case. It just says Samsung right on the front, and then on the back, not a lot going on there. So let's open it up and see what we got. It sort of opens up like an accordion style, and right there on the front you can see the AT&T logo, since like I mentioned, this is the AT&T version, so this is probably a user manual or something like that. And then now we're taking our first look at the actual phone. So it's got the standard AT&T do not text and drive logo, which is good advice, and a little sticker that will peel off here in a second. And other than that, though, sort of the first impressions of the phone, you guys have probably seen a lot of pictures of it, but it feels really good in your hand. I actually decided to get the S8 Plus since I thought the S8 just was a little bit too narrow and a little too skinny, so it looked a little tall. I think the S8 Plus is sort of the perfect dimensions. It's a little bit more narrow than your typical smartphone. If you compare it to the LG G6 or a similar phone, you'll see that those are a little bit boxier, a little bit different, and you can see right now that we've got the silver on the back, so the phone looks great. It's really beautiful. It's got all the new style of charging ports right here on the front, which I'm pointing out, and then of course things like the microphone and a little sticker on the back, which we'll pull off. As you can see, I'm sort of weighing the phone right here. It feels good in your hands. It's not too heavy. It's about the same weight as your typical smartphone, like an iPhone or the previous models of Galaxies or LGs, whatever. So now that we've taken the stickers off, you can really see that the shine looks great. I think this phone, just the curves, you can sort of see the actual screen and how it kind of, the edge display really dips off. We'll go ahead and turn the screen on here and see what it looks like. But you can see it's powering up Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus. Now, keep in mind, the S8 and the S8 Plus are the exact same phone. Everything works and looks the exact same. It's just the S8 Plus is a little bit bigger. So I definitely recommend you go try the S8 and S8 Plus. But other than that, we can see the phone sort of turning on here. And this is the first time I've actually held the phone in my hands. I didn't unbox this thing as a trial run or anything like that. You guys are looking at it for the first time, just like I am. So we've got a few settings here, and it's going to ask to go through Wi-Fi and things like that. But we're going to go through setup and a full review and actually a different video. For this one, though, I really want to just unbox the phone and see what we got here because, almost dropped it. But you can see that we actually have the phone on the back. I'm not in love with that sensor that's right there on the back. It's your fingerprint sensor. And you can see here, I'm really just measuring the phone against my hand. I'm 6'3", and I sort of have big hands, so this phone fits really nicely in my hand. And you can see that you can actually hold it well with one hand, which is nice and one thing that I liked about it. So let's put the phone aside now for a second, see what else we have in the box here. Go ahead and pull this out, and it looks like we've also got an AT&T SIM card, which I won't be needing since I'm just going to replace my old SIM card into this one. And then it looks like we've also got the SIM card tray tool, the key or whatever you want to call it. and I'll go ahead and leave that in there for now, but we probably also have a manual right here. Yep, and it looks like instruction manual on how to use the Samsung S8 Plus, which I'll probably never read that and just throw it straight in the trash. And right here, we've actually got the fast charger. This is one feature that I absolutely love about the Samsung Galaxy phones, and there are others like LG G6 that has fast charging and wireless charging, but I love the charging. You can charge this phone probably in about an hour and a half according to their specs, or maybe even faster. Just make sure that you have this fast charger. And here it looks like we've also got a little adapter that you're going to stick into your phone, since this does use the new charging port that some of the newer smartphones have. So if you have an old, more typical Android micro USB plug, you're not going to be able to use it with this phone to charge unless you have this adapter. And we've also got an actual USB port, which you can typically hook up to transfer information from an iPhone or your computer or whatever it might be. And then it looks like Samsung has also included some earphones, which are cool, and we'll go ahead and take a look at these earphones next. But for now, we've also got the actual charging cord. So the charging cord you can see right here. This is the new style. It's sort of a little bit different. I've got an old cord right here, and we can compare the two and see how they look and compare, because the end is a little bit different. The male end is a little bit different than the old style. So you can take a look. That's the old one right there in white. And then obviously the new one that I just got in this box is here in black. Take a look at the difference right there. Now, one thing that I like about this new style is that it is reversible, I guess you would say. So you can actually stick it in either up or down and it'll still work. Whereas this old one, you can see that I have to put it in that way with the top side facing up. Now, when I take it out and I install the new one, it doesn't matter. You can stick it in either top up, top down. Doesn't matter. It'll still work. So that's one of the nice things if you're fumbling. But if you're like me, you'll probably end up using the wireless charging most of the time anyways, so this cord won't really matter, but it does make it a little more difficult if you're at a friend's house or something like that and you need to charge. So, okay, now let's take a look at these headphones right here, and we'll go ahead and rip open the bag and see what we got in store from Samsung in regards to headphones. So it does come with a few extra backup earbuds, which is always nice because those things are pretty easy to lose. And now we're taking a look at the headphones. So we've got a couple little cords right here. And one thing, I'm feeling the material right now. It's interesting. It's actually, I haven't seen these stock before, because it's actually, as opposed to the old school rubber, you can see the white pair from my Samsung Galaxy S7. And now here you can sort of see that it's actually a cloth material, and there's a little rubber towards the end by the headphones, probably for durability, but it's actually a kind of cloth-like material that makes up the headphone string, and it's pretty nice. So let's go ahead and plug that in. It's nice that it's not like one of those iPhones where it still has a normal phone jack, and so you can plug it in and you can see that, hey, it works, it fits. I'll go ahead and plug these into my ears and see how they feel real quick. You can't see it, but yeah, they fit well and they work. So you can see that the company that makes these are AKG. I've never heard of the company before, but I'm assuming they're pretty solid headphones. And personally, I use Bluetooth, but that's one option for you. And that looks like pretty much all we have in the box. So, just kind of taking one last look at the phone itself and the screen, you can see that, man, the phone is really beautiful. I love the look of this phone and the screen. I mean, the weight of it feels good in your hands, and I think that it just really fits. I like the specifications of the phone itself, but actually the design of the phone and the sizing, I think, more important than anything. Even if you go ahead and slap a thin case on this, is still going to feel really good. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this review, and if you do have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe to this video. We're going to be taking a look more in depth in the future, but for now, take care.